I literally told no one I was doing this other than an Instagram story just a few minutes ago. So I've been getting into the studio finally. I want to test a Q&A sticker thing that is supposed to be live, or maybe it's not. I don't know. I didn't look into it at all. Retouch on, hold on, I'm looking at new stuff. Yes, I could do a Q&A. So when people actually pop in here, then I will do a Q&A. And I just wanted to give you a quick update. So I've actually been doing some planning in my studio. I'm going to show you what this is. It looks really chaotic right now. But I did want to kind of show you what I have decided on. So I've been traveling a lot. Haven't really been here able to enjoy the studio and the new home, but I did make some decisions. So here's what's going on, because I was trying to figure out where I was going to put everything. So I have 3 sets that I want to put into this studio. 3 different sets. Hello, Jaden. So 3 sets that are going into this. One is the main video studio. This is going to have a really nice desk. It's going to have the most cameras, and it'll be where I go live from and record all of my content from on the regular. So that is going to be positioned. This is not the actual desk, but it's going to be positioned here. Then I need a test station because I get a lot of gear in for review, as you know, and to put it into my main studio is always a pain in the royal arse. And so I actually will be, this is the actual test station desk, but that will be positioned here. So kind of like an L shape almost, with the main desk when it arrives here. So then this main desk, here, I'll show you. I'll show you. Hello, Paul and Cheeky Fest and James. So the main desk standing here will look at the wall, which will have the background that I've chosen. That's going to be the trickiest background out of the 3 that I showed y'all earlier, but I'll get there. And then the test station will be perpendicular to that. So it'll be like an L shape, and that will be facing this wall with, oh, I'm stepping on gear, with this background lit up with LEDs. And so I'm going to have to attach, like I'm going to have a background there. I'm going to have a background here. And then this is the 3rd desk. So this 3rd desk is the Bold Video Bundle Station. As you know, I teach a very simple paint by numbers style system to get very quick and easy and simple professional video and live video. And that is already set up. So, well, I haven't fine-tuned or haven't turned on the lights or anything like that, but I got all the gear attached. So that station will be looking at this whole thing. So you'll see the main desk here with the test desk here. You'll see the different backgrounds. So you'll see all the lights and from the main set and everything. So it'll be, that view will be like the entire behind the scenes view. Don't you worry, I'm gonna have another behind the scenes view over here to capture a different view or wherever I decide it fits. So that's kind of the quickie update for the studio. I can't wait to actually start building. My priority right now was to get something set up so that I have like a professional setup. I've literally been doing client calls. I ran a big 7 million subscriber channel live launch event yesterday or the day before. Yes, the day before. And that went spectacularly well. But I was like having all these calls with them, like from a really raw, like nothing in the background. So I'm like, I need to get my stuff together here. So I see a bunch of questions coming in. I see, hi, Eric. Hi, Jay. And nice to see everybody. All right, let's see. Happy New Year to you as well. let's see, did you decide on the materials? Oh wait, hold on. I want to just test a Q&A. Before I show you this, I'm going to show you this. There's a new feature on YouTube Live. I believe it's vertical only, which is why I'm vertical. Let's see. How many cameras? So the weird thing about this Q&A, so basically what I'm going to do is pop up a Q&A sticker on, and I don't know, like, can you see what I'm doing right now? How many cameras will I have? Done. Okay, so you should now, okay, I'm getting like a little frame. Okay, start Q&A. Did it work? I've not tested this at all. It's just new. It popped up over the weekend. Let's see. I have to put, that's weird. So I can only put it in a guided section. Are you seeing it move around the screen at all or no? Eric, do you see it now? How many cameras will I have? It's a sticker, or does it go into, okay. Cheeky, I'm coming back to all of your questions. Hello, Metro. Okay, Paul Dixon says 4. Definitely not, definitely more than 4. Renee says 37. Definitely less than 37, I hope. 4, why? Okay, I just described 3 different video sets, and you think I'm only gonna have 4 cameras? Who are you? Who do you think I am? Let's see. So does the sticker work? Let me see. Are you answering? I want to know what the experience is on the other side. Hold on. I'm going to watch my live stream real quick. Hold, please. Oh, I'm in the wrong channel. Hold on. YouTube. Oh. Okay, I got to switch my account. Actually, I don't really. I probably don't want to, actually. Okay, YouTube, live streaming pros /live. All right, Luria needs at least 4 cameras per studio. Exactly, French press. 42 is the ultimate answer, absolutely. No, not on desktop, perhaps only on mobile. It's only on, oh, it's right on my nose. Okay. I just wanted to see, oh, so I can't pull it up. Okay. I think Renee just sent me a picture of what it looks like. But the interesting thing is I'm going to try and screenshot this and put it up my live. I only have a very small area in which I can put the sticker. So I kind of have to position myself around the sticker almost. Okay. So, I'm going to show you. Paul says might be time to invest in a Thunderbolt and capture, and definitely quad capture card. Yeah, so we do those in some of our client studios. So I have considered that. They work well. They do have some bugs here and there depending on the setup, but it's a sticker on the video, just not on desktop. Got it. Okay. So you want to see what this is? This is my map. This is my map of, but how does it show? Okay, before I get to that, I want to know whether, so if it's only on mobile, watching on mobile, then my curiosity about this sticker thing is when you answer the question, does it attach itself to the question inside of chat, or are you just answering it and there's no attachment to the Q&A sticker itself? Like, does it like act like a reply or something like that? If somebody can take a screenshot of that experience, I would love you for it. Now it's my hat. So, okay, so that's kind of like the studio update so far. That's where the videos or the desk stations will be attached. Let me look. Just answers in chat from user side. Okay, and no, you don't see that. All right, so we had some questions. I'm going to show you this. Let me just scroll back up. Cheeky said, did you decide on the materials based on your last live? Yeah, I'm gonna kill this Q&A sticker. Hold on, how do I do that? Drag here to end Q&A. That didn't work. Oh, you got to get it right on the dot. Okay. So did I decide on materials? Yes. So as I said, this view, so this is the Bold Video Bundle Station. That is an example of what we teach in the program, the Bold Video Bundle, that helps you create bold content with an effortless setup. So this view from the camera here is going to be the behind the scenes of the two other desks. So that doesn't require any material. The material, hold tight. Sorry. The material of this, I think I may not use at all. This material will be the background of the test station. And then there was, the other material is out of the studio. It's in the hallway. But that wood paneling, if I use the wood panels, I will do them in a diagonal kind of fancy shape with some plant-like something in it. That one's going to take me a little while to design, so it's probably going to be the last one I do. But that is the thought right now in terms of how I do that. Let me look for other questions. Yes, you can see the sticker only on mobile. Okay. Said, quick question. I have one window in my room. How would you position the desk? Facing it to the side or something else? Anything to consider? So I've been actually talking about this with my team and to myself over the holidays. I have so much content that I can create for you guys around my build out, and I know what you struggle with. And so I'm really thinking through, how do I support you guys with these struggles? So your struggle is you have one window in your room. How would you position the desk? Facing it to the side or something else? I am a massive fan of controlling your light. So it doesn't have to matter where the window is, as long as you cover it up. And when I say controlling the light, I don't want any window light coming in. So as you can see, I have, shutters here. I have shutters here. I can remove a lot of the light, but you see some of that light come through. So what I did was I ordered a blackout, not curtain, because I don't want, so I know, I'm just going to walk you through my thought process. I know that there's going to be a whole lot of gear here right in front of these shutters. So I actually want to be able to open these shutters up, which they're kind of big and bulky and they're going to hit things. So I want to leave those shutters open so that I can enjoy the sun coming in when I'm not shooting video or live. And I want it controlled when I am shooting video. And I don't want any light coming in. So I ordered some blackout, not a curtain, but a shade is the right word. And so that will go right in that window, but it's going to be automated so that I don't have to go to it, because I know I'm going to have a ton of gear here. So I don't want to have to maneuver myself around lights and cameras just to get to the window. So I've thought through all of those things. And that's what I encourage you to do, as well as figure out basically find the best background and then control the light from there however you need to. Does that make sense? Saeed, maybe that's how I say your name. I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank you for the test answer, Zach. Okay. Q&A function versus in-chat poll. Correct. That's what they released, is a new Q&A function. Yeah. And then, but I have to create, there's no way to create that question, just to wrap that up. There's no way to create the question ahead of time, which I would love. If I could say, I want these questions that I could then just like pop up on screen. Otherwise, because it's mobile only, this is the problem. I have to touch the camera, the phone. I have to click the plus button, and then I have to click start a Q&A, and then I have to type the question, and then I have to click done, and then I have to start the Q&A, right? And so now this is in my face, and then I have to maneuver it around, which is totally fine for like a super casual conversation. But you noticed there's a lot of like shaking of the phone. So if I could, my ideal would be if I could preset questions and then just have a couple of taps to be able to get it up on screen. That's not obviously not a real question. All right, blackout curtains or blue out curtains? Aha, Maury. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, good. Saeed, I'm so glad that that helped. Let's see, and yes, I also like controlled light. I was just wondering if I could still use the window to my advantage. You can if you want the ability, like if you want the ability to use the window light or look out the window during off times, or maybe you want window lighting for like super casual streams where you're not turning on all the lights. You could totally do that. Just make sure it's not in the background. You want the light or the window in front of you if you're going to use the light from it at all. Yeah, but we definitely don't want to use it too light primarily. Okay. So let me, oh yeah, no, you guys, I'm in like go mode today. I am in super casual, not get ready, no makeup, just work on the studio mode today. So that's what you get. Okay. So I'm going to show you this. This is how I plan out my my studios when I build, and I've built hundreds of studios probably over the last 19 years. By the way, hit my 19th year anniversary on December 23rd. So next year we're gonna have to do a big blowout 20th year celebration. What do you guys say? Will you stick around for the next year so we can do 20 together? That would be awesome. Okay, so I want to show you what I do. So when I build a video studio, I don't start with buying gear. Now I've had all my gear, right? I didn't really buy much gear in this studio. But what I do is I think through what is it I need, and that's the 3 video sets that I need here in this space. And so let me show you. This is gonna look super chaotic, and when I do an actual video on this, then I will be cleaning this up and organizing it a little bit more for you. But what I did first was I drew out. I said, I think I want my main studio here. I want my test station here. And I want the Bold Video Bundle station here. So with that, then I said, okay, well, what cameras do I need? And I am not an artist by any means. So these are just stupid little, I have my main camera and a prompter. And then I'm gonna need a demo cam that comes out from the main set so that I can do top-down stuff. That's gonna need to be lit. I need a light here and I need a light there. I also need a side cam for the main video set. And then of course a mic. And then I thought like, okay, I need to figure out if I have enough gear on hand or if I need to buy anything for this. And so then I wrote down, okay, this set has 5 cams, 4 lights, 1 prompter, 1 mic, 2 stream decks. I did that for each station. And then I totaled it up here. And then I said to myself, I want some extras to make sure that I have on hand for when things come in for review that I need to like shift around. And so I also need like to buy chairs. And then I also want a mobile station with a prompter. Maybe it's not required. That adds a little extra maintenance or setup for this one. But I need a wireless mic and a light. And that's going to be on wheels and a tripod. So that way I can move this around. I can create behind the scenes content or other things. Renee might need that one as well. So that'll be like kind of a dual use one, but this, oh, and then this behind the scenes shot up here. So I just kind of map it all out. I calculate it all out, and that gives you a little tip on how you don't make mistakes. You don't buy things that you don't need, or you don't buy less than you need and then have to wait and procrastinate your setup because you're waiting on more gear to arrive. So there you go. That's kind of a look at my behind the scenes prep work to do that. And then I was like, okay, I think this setup will work. Now, one thing is this setup, I actually planned to put it catty corner, diagonal through like on that wall, because I thought that I needed that to get the shot that I want of the entire studio and all of the two sets back, the lights and all of that. I don't think I'm going to need that, so I re-angled it so I'm not taking as much space in the room with the caddy corner. And I'm trying right now with this camera to get a shot. And if I put the 16mm on it, which is on now, that should work. So it's really about like phase 1, getting it set up, getting it tested, phase 2, and then a phase 3. Yeah, so this is, okay, here's an interesting thing. Another thing, as I'm building this studio and choosing my things, I am actually choosing some things based on finding inexpensive but quality and good options for you guys. Desks is one of those things I get asked about a lot. And honestly, I would like to say, just buy this desk. It's perfect for live streaming or a video setup and be done with it. And most people have desks they're already working with, but I do get that question a lot. And I usually just say like, do you need don't do a set based on sit stand. Like you don't want to, you need to choose whether you're going to stand in the shot or sit in the shot. You cannot, well you can, but I don't recommend it, planning for both. And I can go into that at all. Oh, it's not sounding bad. Okay, that's good to know that it's not sounding bad with even with sound treatment. Okay, I see lots of questions. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I chose not up like what's the company that's the most popular, Uplift. So I went with the cheap choices because I wanted to see if I could find something that worked really well, that was stable enough for video gear attachments, and that worked well. So I chose, this is a Veridesk. Hold please. See my nasty hair that hasn't been washed in a few days. Veridesk, I want to say. But yes, it's a sit stand. And I will use this one standing, but the ability to sit when I'm just working at it. And I have 3 desks that I can just work at, which is cool. This one is, I think, the same brand. Oh, Vivo. This is a Vivo, and it's a whiteboard. You knew I was going to go there. So this is a whiteboard desk, and it's a Vivo. I will say this one was the most awkward to put together. The Uplift desk, however, is brilliant at the setup. It is smooth. It's easy. They thought of everything. That's what Renee's using downstairs. That desk is amazing, but it's also more expensive. These 2 desks are pretty cheap as Uplift desk goes. And they weren't the best to put together, but they're doing really well in terms of use. So I'm happy with them from that. Whiteboard all the things, right, Kathleen? Let's see. Okay, what are the questions? How does the location of wall sockets impact your planning? So that is one of the first things that I do look at. However, it doesn't make my choices for me. It used to, but that doesn't matter anymore. So I actually have wall sockets on all walls here, so I'm covered regardless. But even if I didn't, I would just route power strips. So that's never a concern of mine. You do need to make sure that you use a UPS, put everything on that, et cetera, et cetera. So I just kind of like plan out what I want and then figure out the cables after that. Let's see. Rephrase. Marty, rephrase. How does it sound so good without treatment? Looks like an echo box, but sounds great. It's the flooring. It's carpeted. And so there's like, and I have an extra challenge here. There's like an open space to go into the bathroom, and a closet. So there's a full bath, and a sink and a closet over there. So there's this open space that doesn't even have a door to go into that area. So that I was worried about echo as well. I could cover that up. I don't want to if I don't have to. But yeah, it's doing all the carpet is doing all the work. I'm not a fan of carpet when I'm living, but for something like this, it's brilliant. What do you mean cheeky amount of stuff? Oh, you're answering the question. Yeah, and I don't have a ton in here yet, but the more I get in here, it will help with that as well. Renee, what is more fun, buying shiny new gear or borrowing rating from somebody else? I will say I am rating something right now, the switch pod that I'm using. I can't find my switch pod. I can't find it. I don't know. But definitely more fun is to raid for sure. French press. Oh, yes, exactly. French press is agreeing with me. It's always more fun to get it from somebody else and steal away. Absolutely. Borrowing to test. I'll give it back. I promise. I promise. So I just wanted to kind of show you that. I wanted to test this Q&A feature. I was supposed to go live throughout the holidays, but I didn't. I've been traveling, as you may have seen. We were in Canada and it was freaking cold. So I'm glad to be back in California where it's not snowing. But it's just been a lot, like getting settled into the house, trying to get this studio. I had a lot of client work throughout the holidays as well. Because everybody is, going live, doing launches. And also I spent a lot of time, usually I do this earlier in the year, but because of my schedule this last quarter, I just didn't get the chance to. Spent a lot of time during the holidays, planning for next year, as I often do. And I'm really excited about where things are going. I'm really excited about what we accomplished in the last year in 2024. And you may have noticed like there were some changes and we pulled back a lot. We removed a lot of product that we weren't going to use in the future. I didn't publish many pieces of content on YouTube because it was really all about setting the stage for this year, and we accomplished that. So I'm really thrilled with 2024, as much as it felt like I was kind of hiding away and like not really being out there, because this year that enabled us to do the things that I want to do this year. So really excited about it. I'm really excited about our content plan for this channel. And I'm not going to give anything away, but because I don't know it all yet. I know, I will say this, I'm going to be experimenting a little bit with content. So to really level up my content strategy on this channel. So I am really looking forward to it. I hope that you guys love the content that we put out this year. Some of it'll be like the stuff that you're normally used to. Some of it will be a little bit of experiment mode, but it should really be a lot of fun to create. And I'm doing a lot of things in the business to get myself freed up on like working in the business, working in the business. I want to do less of that this year so that I can be out creating more content for you, helping you better, supporting you better, coaching you better, all of those things. So we've got a lot of fun stuff in 2025. I hope that you are also planning amazing things. French Press says, will 2025 be the year we get LSP past 100,000 subscribers? That's the goal. Definitely. We're not that far away. And with a little bit of more, like, honestly, I don't know how many videos I put out in 2024, but it wasn't a lot. Like, it definitely wasn't one a week. And like for the last 3 months, I didn't even publish a big video. We went live, but the content publications just weren't there. And so with more regularity and some cool things I want to try with content, I think that it won't be very hard to get there. So 100K coming up for LSP. Okay, Cheeky says, let's aim for 150K. Is that something we're doing as a community? We're setting that goal right now. Let's do it. I love you guys. I love you all so much. Yes, I will find the missing switch pod. I know it's in there, but I have a ton of gear and I just didn't want to unpack it all. And I was using it the other day, so I don't know where it went. Maybe Abby stole it. I should check Abby's beds. multiple beds. Paul says I would guess 20 VODs last year. Woo! That's not many. That's not many at all. But you know what? I'm grateful for 2024 as it was. I'm really happy with where we wound up at the end of the year. And most of that is internal stuff, which I can talk about at some point, but I'm really happy with it because it really did set the stage for really cool stuff in 2025. 20 VODs, metric or imperial? Yeah. Abby is setting up her studio for more airtime. Yeah, she's like, hello, where have I been? So, oh, I didn't show that to you. She has her own one here. That's the Abby Cam. I'm just gonna have to debate on where I put her. And I might even design her own little video studio background. We shall see, who knows? So she tends to, as you know, just kind of hang and sleep through all my streams. So I think I could put her in like a little fun little area that is all her own. I just had that idea. Oh my God, that would be so cute. But yeah, I might put it like low to the ground. I might put it high to the ground and kind of like go down. I don't know yet. We'll see. That's the one that like placement wise on this map, I don't know about, but I just kind of threw it in there. Mr. Ward, love the content, the 20 VODs that we put out. I want to hear your thoughts on the new M4 Max. Which one personally interested you most? So here's the deal. I think I did a video on this channel about which Mac you should, whether you should upgrade or not. And so you might look to see that video. I think I might have done it live. I don't think it was a recorded video. But, oh, French press, I would never do that. I would never. How dare. No, but my thoughts are essentially, if you need to, if you're using an Intel, if you're using an M1, M2 maybe, then it's time to upgrade. But I have M2s, like my studio, which is just in the hallway right now. But my Mac studio is an M2 and it's perfectly fine. And so if you're the type of person that wants the best of the best and the latest and the greatest all the time, totally go for it. Which one depends on your needs and your capabilities. Honestly, for most people, the basics are going to be fine at the M4 level. You know, that was the one that minimum is coming in at 16 gigs now, I believe. And so that's where I always state my minimum. So that was nice to see. But yeah, so like, do you have to upgrade? No. Likely not, especially if you're on an M3, even M2. But if your system isn't producing what you need it to, if it's struggling in XYZ area, then go for it. Go for the upgrade. And just make sure that you have, I would prefer to see you, you know, with 32 gigs of RAM, and any of the other ones are going to be good to go. until M5, yeah. Oh, Renee, M4 Mac Mini is a powerhouse, arguably best value in computing right now. Until the M5. There you go. There's some thoughts from the Apple nerd. Sorry. Abby Cam, Abby Throne, Abby Minions, all the stuff. Yes, definitely. All right. You guys, I hope that was fun. I just wanted to pop on. I'm in go mode. I'm in like, let's get some stuff built today mode. And you'll see that progress from here on out. So I did say on social I was going to go to CES. I am reverting my decision and canceling CES, which is next week. The stuff I wanted to do at CES, the companies and the people I wanted to meet with aren't going to be there. So I am actually going to go to NAB this year instead of CES, although it would have been fun to get back into the CES world. And in fact, hold on. Let me see. Those of you who are like oldies, not oldies, you're not old. I'm not calling you old. I'm just going to see if I can find my memories because some CES memories popped up today. Oh yeah. Here, I'll show you. For those of you who were around at the Callie Lewis days, there's, me and Lance Ulanoff, and then Gary Shapiro, and this was Michael O'Donnell, who does a lot of photographing events like this, Robert Scoble. So we were having a grand old time. This was from 2016 that these memories popped up. So I was like, oh, fun times. We always love to see you, even impromptu sessions like this one. Looking forward to seeing the finished studio builds. So I have no idea when I'm gonna actually get it finished because my desk may not even come until end of January at this point. I'm hoping mid-January, but I don't know. It's like everything has been delayed through the holiday, of course. So I'm hoping, like, because I'm just gonna have to like use this as a temporary desk until I get my main desk. So it'll be in pieces for sure, stages, phases, whatever we want to call it. But all of these backgrounds that I ordered, I got to either return or use. So I've got to make some decisions about backgrounds, making the best guesses at the final studio layout. So we'll see. I've got to get a move on for sure. What are your favorite tripods? I don't use tripods. The only time I use a tripod is if I'm doing kind of mobile content, not in studio. What I do use is, I don't even have, oh, here. I was like, where? There you go. I use Varipoles, and I have a whole video about how to set these up and use them. But this Varipole with the Manfrotto mounts for the camera and lights is what I use. So you'll see by the time this video studio is done, you'll likely see, hold on, I have a calculation. Of course I have a calculation on how many I expect to use. Let me look at my trusty map here. Total 5 Varipoles is expected. However, that's minimum. I believe I will probably use 6 or 7 in the studio. I will, yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be minimum 5. But that makes sure that I don't have space on the floor being used, because I don't want to trip over all that. So the Varipoles are spectacular. devices in my opinion, but I do have a video on that particular setup on this channel, and it's super in depth. So you need everything you need to know about using and setting them up is right there on that video. French press ON+1 on the commercial version of the uplift desk. Those things are beasts. Yeah, they are. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for being supportive through 2024, even though I didn't put out as much content. Look for a totally different me, not totally different me, a totally different release schedule this year. I'm gonna do everything I can to just start pumping them out. I am trying to figure out how quickly I can get the first one out, but that's likely gonna be probably a couple more weeks just because I don't have anything set up, but I think I'm gonna do my first video either on something about the setup or something that doesn't require a setup. So we'll see. But I want to get that out the door ASAP as well. Have a wonderful rest of your New Year's holiday. If you're, I don't know if you're back to work or anything, our team is back to work as of Monday. So hopefully I will get some progress done here in the studio this weekend. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful 25. And I hope it's off to an amazing start. All right, much love.